Hello and welcome to today's video where we will learn about the present perfect tense. Do you know this city? What could it be? I'm joking, of course you know it, it's London! Have you visited London? I have visited London many times and I have lived in London too. Can you see the sentence up here? I have used the present perfect tense to talk about a time when I lived in London. How do we form the present perfect tense? We use the auxiliary have or has for the third person, he, she or it, and the past participle or V3 as some of you may know it. This past participle can be either regular, that we form by adding ed to the base of the verb, or irregular, and yes, you have guessed, those you just have to memorize. You might already be familiar with the very long list of irregular verbs in English. Good luck learning them! And what about the negative? How do we make it negative? Well, we simply add not to the auxiliary verb have or has. This often gets contracted, so have not becomes haven't, yes, and has not becomes, you guessed it, hasn't. So I haven't lived in London, or he hasn't lived in London. What about questions? Well, we simply swap the subject and the auxiliary. So, have you lived in London? Has he lived in London? If you are familiar with the quasi or asi trick when it comes to forming English questions, this might look a little bit familiar, because have, yes, is an auxiliary, you, yes, it's a subject, and lived, no, it's not an infinitive, but the structure is very similar, as that is the main verb carrying the meaning in the sentence. So, when do we use the present perfect tense? And what does it mean when I say I have lived in London? We often use the present perfect tense to talk about actions in the past, but we don't know when these actions happened, or the time is not important. Very often, there's also a very strong link to the present. For example, if I say Rachel has bought a new car, that means the action of buying happened, you guessed it, in the past, but the car is here now. Or when I say I have received a postcard from my brother, look, it's right here. That means he sent it in the past, but now I have it here. Another good example would be if you are in a cinema, you might want to ask your friend, have you turned off your phone? Because in a cinema, it should be on silent or turned off, so you don't disturb other people. Another example could be, I have put my hat on, which means I did it in the past, but right now the hat is on my head. Great hat, isn't it? So, when it comes to pronunciation, the one thing you should be aware of are the weak forms, as we English teachers call them, when it comes to pronouncing the contractions. So, I have lived in London, we often contract to I've lived in London. So now, listen to me, repeat this 5 times, and after this, join me and try and repeat with me at the same time. I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London. Now you? I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London, I've lived in London. Good! Well done, well done. And the contraction haven't also has a weak form. I haven't lived in London, 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 I haven't lived in London. Try again. I haven't lived in London, 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 I haven't lived in London. Very good, very good. If you need more practice, rewind the video and try again. So, let's check what you have learned. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I would like you to take your time and answer the questions. The correct answers will be in the description of the video below, so take the time, answer the questions, and then check. So, question 1. Present perfect. Do we use it for the past or present actions? Question 2. If I say Rachel has bought a new car, does she have the car now? Question 3. Do we know when she bought the car? Question 4. Is the time important when it comes to the present perfect tense? And question 5. What kind of verb is bought? So, I hope you have found this video helpful. Follow this link if you'd like some extra practice to really practice this tense. And don't forget to check the answers to the questions I just asked you, which are in the description of the video down below. So, go there and try and use the present perfect today. It's a great tense. And don't forget to visit London. It's a great city. Bye for now. Oh, a bonus fact. You might be familiar with this sentence, I have got 2 brothers and a sister. Or I have got a dog. Which we very often use in English to express possession, and it means the same as I have a dog. But did you know that I have got a dog is actually present perfect? It means I have received a dog and now I have it. See? Action in the past, linked to present. English is wonderful, isn't it? Have a great day!